What up, B Squad? It's your boy JB, and we are here today, you guys, with another review for Lockup Season 6, Episode 17. This episode was titled Playing with Fire. Before we get into it, you guys are watching this video or any other video on the channel and you guys aren't subscribed yet, then I need you guys to do me a solid favor and stop taking me out on this date and having me pay for it at the end of it. You guys know the routine. You can do me that favor by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, turning on your post notifications, and also by sharing the video, you guys. And with that out of the way, without further ado, let us go ahead and discuss this episode of Love After Lockup. Shall we? All right, you guys. I saw y'all's comments about Bianca and Daniel. Why? Why are y'all trying to torture me into watching their scenes? Well, guess what? I didn't watch them. I did not watch their scenes once again this week. But what I will say is I did see that clip going into the commercial break. And we'll talk about that. That is the only thing y'all gonna get from me when it comes to Bianca and Daniel. They were having a dinner. Now, I did, oh, excuse me, y'all. They were having a dinner, and from what I saw, like I said, clip. This is a clip that I saw. He called her an airhead. He called her a bitch. And I was like, wow, a bitch, Daniel? And it's so crazy. Y'all know I don't like Bianca. But for him to say that shit to her, I was like, oh, girl, if you don't get up from that table, and before you do that, make sure whatever food is on that table, he's wearing it, right? But he talking about he drinks and smokes weed and, you know, out of resentment. I was like, so you're blaming her for your bad decisions? No, sir. And that's what she said. Like, no, you're not going to blame me. He said, I didn't blame you, bitch. I said, whoa, ho, bro. Bitch? She's like, Daniel, don't call me a bitch. And I was like, girl, get up from that fucking table, leave, and again, before you leave, pour all that shit on that table on him. That is all we got for Bianca and Daniel. Again, I don't know why y'all asked me to watch that bullshit, but whatever. You got something from them. Not much, but moving on to the next couple, shall we? Okay, the next couple that we're not going to really talk about anymore is Will and Courtney. So I'm going to sum them up as just as quickly as I summed up Bianca and Daniel, because unfortunately with these two, I watched their scenes, but going forward, I will not be watching their scenes. Will and Courtney, I do not like Courtney. She is, oh God, that girl is something else. That girl is something fucking else. She's rude and entitled. Now, the way that they were talking to each other he was leaving, he called her a bitch, she called him a bitch. I was like, ooh, y'all's real feelings about each other's coming out and y'all barely knew each other. So remember, Will went to whatever the fuck she lives at to have her sign the divorce papers. Well, she showed up before he left to sign the divorce papers. It went to hell. Now, I've been so confused about them with this interview. I was like, this is post these scenes. This interview is after these scenes filmed. And she's so fucking rude. She's rude and she's stupid is number two. Because he was agreeing with something that she said, and she's kind of scoffed at him. He's like, I'm agreeing with you, Courtney. I said, she's a dumbass, Will. But you want to marry a dumbass, so hey, who cares, right? Get these two off my fucking, like, on top of Bianca and Daniel getting off my screen, please get these two off my fucking screen. Get these two off my screen. That is all we got for Courtney and Will. Again, if y'all want to discuss anything with the two couples that I'm not really spending no time on, leave it in the comment section, you guys. But please, 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 don't ask me to speak on those couples ever again, because it won't happen. Unless what y'all can do, here's what y'all can do. Here's what y'all can do. Before I record the videos, y'all have my permission to do this. Because y'all know I typically do the videos on Saturday morning mostly on Saturday mornings or Saturday afternoons. You guys have my permission. If something big happens with Courtney and Will and Bianca and Daniel, you guys have my permission to DM me on Instagram and say, JB, something big happened with Courtney and Will or Bianca and Daniel, and we want to know your opinions about it. Other than that, it ain't happening. It ain't happening. Oh, capping, my capping. The fuck. Moving on to the next couple, you guys. Shall we? Brooke and fucking JK. These two. Well, these three. Dumb as the day is long. JK got his teeth fixed. Thank God. Thank God for that. But then I was thinking to myself, where you get the money for to get your teeth fixed, sir? Because veneers ain't cheap. But okay, I mean, he got new teeth, right? And he talking about how things are good with him and Brooke. Are they really good between you and Brooke? Because you're a liar. Now, I don't like Brooke, but you a fucking liar. So JK has set up this special day for him and Brooke, and I was like, okay, what the hell that mean to me, right? So he says he has some surprises for her. You mean you had a surprise for her, and it was a childish surprise, right? This is something that Now, granted, I know that there are lock bridges, but this ain't a lock bridge, sir. This ain't a lock bridge that y'all are on. And what you did is kind of high school. Again, let me say this loud and clearly. I'm not saying, like, if this were a lock bridge, I wouldn't understand it. Nigga, we at a fucking park. You got a fucking lock. You write our initials on the lock and put it on a gate at a fucking park. What? Okay, whatever. Brooke wasn't enthused by that. I'm like, I know you weren't. But hey. Now they talk about Alex. Now, Brooke, you're delusional. So Brooke has an issue that Alex still talks to his family members. Girl, what does that have to do with you? How do you have any impact on that? More specifically, she has an issue that she still talks to his dad. Again, girl, what the fuck that got to do with you? Nothing. Like, that's why I don't see it for Brooke, right? So he told her that he would talk to his daddy. Dude, your girlfriend is insecure as fuck. Secondly, Brooke, how do you know that? How do you know he still has communication with that girl? I don't want to know, but I'm curious to know, right? So she asked him if he still talks to Alex. He lies to her and says no. I was like, Brooke, if you're stupid enough to believe this, then you're just as dumb as you look. Like, she didn't even, like, she's even saying she believed Alex made up that whole miscarriage. Okay, girl, whatever. So then we see Brooke talking to her mama. And she was actually talking to the camera at one point because she said she got a job. So she either does Uber Eats favor or something like that where she's delivering food. I'm like, girl, at least you're bringing in some fucking money. Because, I mean, remember, your dumb ass walked off of your fucking job because your boyfriend was with his ex-girlfriend, current fuck buddy, current something. So, Brooke, go to hell. God, Brooke, please go to hell. So then she and her mama talking, right? I was very confused with the conversation with she and her mama, and here's why. Because she and her mama are sitting here having a conversation about, oh, JK stayed with his mama, JK this, JK that, JK this, JK said he was gonna do this for me and my boys, JK said he was gonna come, JK ain't gonna live with me, and I gotta sit here and figure out where I'm gonna stay and all this kind of stuff because my lease is about to be up. Whose fault is that, Brooke? Yours. Like, you the dumbass that, again, lost your job because you walked off of it because your boyfriend was cheating on you. You the one that got into a relationship with a motherfucker that was in prison, got out of prison, ain't got a fucking job or nothing. That's all on you. That's on you, mama, not him. He's staying at home with his mother. Okay, I don't have a problem with that. Again, What is he gonna do? He ain't got a job. He's a convicted felon. So he's got to find somewhere that's gonna employ him being a convicted felon. Like, Brooke, do your elevator ding? Because it really gives it that bitch is stunted with an out of order sign on it. Because girl, what? And then your mama over here co-signing it. I didn't understand why her mama was co-signing, because I was like, Mama, why are you co-signing this? Tell Brooke to make better choices and decisions in her fucking life. Like, it seems like Brooke has been bumped upside the head one too many times by life, and she ain't listened to life and just said, fuck you, I'm gonna do what I wanna do. But hey, whatever. Dumbass girl. So then we see JK. So JK went to go see his daddy, right? And he told his dad how Brooke feels about, him communicating with Alex. And his daddy was like, I don't know her like that, but I do know Alex. And I was like, understandably so, sir. I don't have a problem with it. Talk to the girl to your heart's content. Fuck Brooke. Fuck whatever Brooke asked y'all. So then JK's daddy asked him, like, do you still talk to Alex? He lies. Then he says, have you seen Alex? He lies. He asked, I think he even asked him, have you had sex with Alex? Even the producers asked, have you had sex with Alex? He lies until he has to come clean and say, yeah, me and Alex had sex. We know that. Because his daddy told him, Alex is pregnant. I was like, wait. So, now well, you know what? Wait, we did get this information from old girl, the friend, the messy ass friend. So, let the world know Alex is pregnant. Cool. This is gonna be a mess. Let's pause here and move on to the next couple. Y'all tell me how y'all feel about JK and Brooke, because I'm tired of those two. Oh, God. Zeruiah and Troy. I would have been fine not seeing her bumpy faced ass on my television screen, because she irritated my spirit and my soul. So her best friend from Brooklyn is coming to visit her, right? Her best friend ain't got no common sense, just like this stupid helper ain't got no common sense, right? Now, Zeruiah knows that Troy went to Syracuse, Buffalo. No, he went to Buffalo. He went to Buffalo to check on his family. But she's in her fucking feelings because he went to check on his family. And she's like, and he talking about his baby mama. You dumb bitch. He needs to co-parent with this child. I agree with you last week or the week before or whenever the fuck it was when you told him have the conversation with Yana. Now your stupid ass this week is in your fucking feelings. Girl, if you don't go get some Noxzema, some Clearasil, some X something for that fucking shit on your face. Oh God. This, when I tell y'all that girl gets on my fucking nerves, and then her best friend is sitting her co-signing this stupid shit. He has a daughter with a woman that he has to co-parent with. Now, one thing that stupid helper did say that I agree with is get the courts involved. But you are a selfish bitch. And then the friend was like, have you done anything for her not to want the kid around you? Yes, she has. Look at your friend's aura. Look at your friend in general. Nothing about her disposition gives that she wants to be around little Troy. It gives competition with baby Troy, but that's, y'all know how I feel about that, right? Y'all know how I feel about that. So we see her as her sister, her best friend, her mom. They went waiting for shopping. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a god dang on fuck, right? So we see Troy. So Troy is trying to talk to Yana, and I will say, this thing pissed me off too, right? And it pissed me off because of Yana. And I'm gonna say two things when it comes to Yana. I do get Yana not wanting Troy around Zeruiah. I get it, because I don't want Troy around Zeruiah, right? But Troy, he's in Buffalo. His stupid wife is at home, so she's not there. And you can listen to Yana on the phone, and Yana wasn't trying to give any leeway, headway, no way with Troy with seeing his daughter. And I was like, Yana, let's be reasonable, boo. Again, I get it. Not wanting your child around that woman, that's fine. But this is her father. He is here. He is trying to make an effort to see her. The only problem that I will say I had with you, Troy, is the fact that you smoking a blunt. That is the only problem that I had, is you smoking a blunt. But other than that, I was okay. I wanted Yana to, let's be reasonable. But again, he's smoking a blunt, so I'm not gonna be too hard on her. But the next day he called her. He apologized to Yana, and she was still reluctant because he said he's doing something for his father, and he wants Troy there. And she was like, why? That is her grandfather. And so he invited Yana, and she said they'll come. Then he called his dumbass wife, who had to make it all about her. I was like, girl, this man is asking you to come be with him as he does this, burial for his father, and you make it all about yourself. But then you say, I'ma come. I said, oh my God, girl. Oh. When I tell y'all Zeruiah gets on my nerves, Zeruiah gets on my nerves. Let's pause here, you guys. And I think we're done, because we talked about Bianca and Daniel, Zeruiah and Troy, Will and Courtney, and JK and Brooke. Wow, that was everybody that was in this episode? Damn, it's gonna be a short review. I didn't realize that it wasn't that many people in this episode. Oh wow. Okay, let's go ahead and wrap it up with Kiana, Demadric, and Joella. All right, you guys. So Kiana, Demadric, and Joella. These two sister wives, because that's really what they are at this point. Y'all are sister wives. And what I will say is, I was questioning Joella for a little bit if Kiana had anything to do with this. I was questioning it. I was like, because you don't have anything. And she really don't have anything, right? But I was kind of questioning it. And then I had to think about it. I'm like, but he has been going over. He like that one episode, it was late at night when he went to her house. And he didn't get back home. He said at midnight. But according to Joella, he left her place about 1 o'clock in the morning. Now, Joella went to go meet up with her grandmother, and her grandmother gave her the same advice that I've been giving her. Girl, get off this fucking merry-go-round. So, she told her grandmother about the party. Her grandmother was like, well, maybe you should have invited, Kiana to the birthday party, just to show to Kiana that, you want to move forward. But the thing is, grandmother, that's not what Joella wants. Joella doesn't want to move forward with this. And I don't understand why. Something about this situation Joella loves. And again, I just don't get it. I really, truly don't. But, I can't make sense of what these people are doing. But her grandmother also told her the same thing that I've been saying. Like, he's going back and forth between the both of you. If you cut it off, it'll end. Like with him, it'll end. It will end. And I was like, thank you. So then we see Kiana talking to Demadric's stepmother. And so she was telling her about this, that she's done with the whole police report. And she was like, Joella's old the Flintstones car. I was like, Flintstones car? Not, ma'am. The car was vandalized. I don't give a fuck if the car is raggedy or hoopty. According to Joella, her vehicle was vandalized. And according to Joella, she thinks it's Kiana. Now, like I said plenty of times before, right? He do have other baby mamas, right? But I would hope that those women get along since they all share kids with him. But they may not. So it's very plausible. It could be anybody. It is plausible. But I guess Joella's timeline is that when this happened, it was the night that it was, around the time that he came over that night, and he didn't leave until 1. Like I guess they got into it. He walked out and came back because he wanted to have sex. Now, Demadric keeps lying, saying he has not had sex with Joella. And I honestly don't believe him. I think that he's lying through his teeth. I do believe that you've actually had sex with Joella. That girl, like, come on, please. Please, please, please. But I really wish that his stepmother and his father would sit down and talk to him and tell him, like, you are playing with both of these girls' feelings. You clearly are. And it's obvious. Even with Joella, y'all can sit here and call her, miserable, jealous, whatever you want to call her. I do believe she may be some of those things, but why is she that? Because DeModric keeps playing with her. So we see it as Kiana and Mr. Jerry, they went to go see an attorney, right? And they agreed that DeModric wasn't gonna go. So it turns out they pulled up the police report, and it turns out she got a bench warrant for her arrest. I said, well, goddamn. So the lawyer is telling her, you may want to turn yourself in. And I was like, now here's my thing. I wouldn't turn myself in if I know I ain't do it right. But something tells me, Kiana, you not being truthful either. And here's why I feel that way. You and Joella are having this back and forth with each other. I feel like because Kiana, the one thing that doesn't help you, and I'm so shocked that Joella didn't go this route instead of the car, the fact that you posted her pictures on social media, her semi-nudes on social media. That's where I'm stuck at, but hey. So Kiana is upset, and I'm like, okay. Again, do I believe that she didn't do it? Like 50% of me, this one side of me over here believes she didn't do it. The other side believes maybe she did do it. So I'm 50-50. Y'all tell me how y'all think and feel, right? So then Joella is showing DeModric this video of him walking walking in and out of her house the night that he went over there, right? And I was kind of with DeModric. That doesn't prove anything. But she says that Kiana came over there that night. I was like, can you prove that? Because that's not a night vision camera, man. Like, you can't see anything because it is pitch ass black. The only thing you can see is DeModric. But hey, that's it, you guys. Please let me know what you guys thought about this episode down in the comment section below. Subscribe to the channel, turn on your post notifications, share the video, you guys. And until the next time, stay safe, take care of yourselves, wash your hands, be blessed, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.